Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It was a rainy Tuesday in Manchester, and inside Studio 5 at the ITV Granada complex, a storm of a different kind was brewing. The studio lights warmed the glossy floor of the Chase's iconic set, illuminating the smooth transitions of cameras, crew and contestants. Everything ran like clockwork, and yet, for once, no one, neither the host nor the chaser nor the sharpest of researchers, had any idea that they were minutes away from national controversy. Bradley Walsh, as always, was the anchor in the storm, cracking jokes, charming the crowd, and giving the contestants a boost of courage. "All right, let's meet today's team," he said, facing the camera with his signature grin. The contestants were a colorful mix. Tina, a bubbly traffic warden from Brighton. Jared, a delivery driver from Birmingham. Melissa, a law student from Cardiff. Tony, a retired taxi driver from East London. Each had a warm story, a fast quip, or a nervous laugh. The team chemistry was palpable. It promised to be a solid show. Backstage, Mark, the Beast Labbit, was prepping to be today's chaser. He'd just eaten a banana, done a Sudoku, and reviewed a few world history flashcards. He was sharp, ready to destroy, or so he thought. By the end of this taping, Mark would find himself silenced, and the chase would never be the same. Tina went first. She answered 5 questions right and bagged £5,000. Not bad for a woman who spends her day writing parking tickets, she laughed. Then Jared stepped up. Fast on the buzzer, he managed £7,000, missing only a question about the composer of Carmen. "Isn't it Elton John?" he'd asked, to groans. Melissa was clearly the brains of the group. She earned £9,000 and even corrected one of Bradley's jokes mid-sentence. "Bit of a pedant, aren't you?" He grinned. She blushed. Finally came Tony. Calm and collected, he answered 7 questions for £7,000, including a particularly fast response about the original speed limit in Britain, 20 miles per hour, in 1903. And it was that answer, about driving, that would set in motion everything that followed. It happened in the third head-to-head. Jared had made it through. Tina had been knocked out by the Beast. Melissa was up, squaring off against Mark. Melissa chose the middle offer. Her face was composed, focused. The lights dimmed, the music swelled. Bradley turned to her. "Here we go. For £9,000, and to make it back to the team, here's your first question." The screen lit up. Which of these common driving actions is technically illegal in the UK, despite being widely practiced? A. Resting your hand on the gear stick. B. Eating a sandwich while driving. C. Driving barefoot. Melissa frowned. Mark narrowed his eyes. A murmur rippled through the audience. "Tricky one," Bradley said, glancing at the camera. Every driver in the UK just perked up. Melissa tapped her chin, thinking out loud. "I know driving barefoot isn't technically illegal. It's discouraged, but not banned. Eating? But what about the gear stick?" She tapped A. Correct answer. A. Resting your hand on the gear stick. The screen flashed green, but the audience didn't clap. Instead, confusion filled the air. Bradley blinked. "Wait, what?" Mark looked stunned. "You're joking, right?" Melissa glanced at the monitor. "That's illegal." Bradley turned to the producers. "Can someone fact-check that? Surely everyone does that. I mean, I've done it on the M25 while eating a sausage roll." The live taping paused for nearly 5 minutes. The studio went quiet, save for rustling papers and whispered radio calls to the legal team. And then the bombshell dropped. An ITV legal representative stepped onto the floor, an unprecedented move. He conferred briefly with the producers, then addressed Bradley and the contestants. The question and answer are legally sound, he said carefully. According to the highway code, keeping your hand resting on the gear stick can constitute failure to maintain proper control of the vehicle, and in certain cases, it can lead to prosecution under dangerous driving regulations. Aghast echoed. But everyone does it. Bradley exclaimed. I do it. I learned to drive doing that. The rep nodded. Yes, but it's still considered technically unlawful, much like flashing your lights to warn others about speed cameras. Common, but prosecutable. The audience was visibly unsettled. On Twitter, unbeknownst to the cast, clips from the question had already leaked.